Hi friends, you are welcome back to Physacademy, and in today's video lesson we shall be discussing on proteins. So without wasting time, let's get started. First point for proteins. Proteins are both biomolecules and macromolecules. Now proteins are biomolecules, meaning they are found in the body of what? Living organism, be it plants or animals. Now proteins are also macromolecules in the sense that they have what? Large sizes. They have large sizes. So these are the two descriptive nature of what? All proteins. Now moving on from there, there's something else you should take note of. The bonds that are found in carbohydrates are glycosidic bonds, but in proteins they are peptide bonds. Okay? Whereas in lipids, the bonds you have in lipids are what? Ester bonds. So these are important points you should know. Moving on from there, the functions of protein. What are the key functions of proteins in the body? First point, proteins are needed for the formation of new cells or new tissues, okay, in the body. The next point is that proteins are needed for the repair of worn-out tissues that are what? Worn out during the process of what? Continuous strenuous activities or natural breakdown. So for those tissues to be replaced, proteins need to be what? Available for the what? Repair of worn out or damaged cells or tissues. I hope that is clear. Then lastly, the last most important function of proteins that they are needed for the formation of what? Enzymes and hormones. And sometimes we do confuse enzymes for hormones, okay? We do misuse them, okay, or misinterpret them. Now here are the key differences between enzymes and hormones. First point, why enzymes are also called biocatalysts? Because of their function in the body. They help to accelerate the rate of chemical reactions that occur in the body. So they are needed for what? The speeding up of biochemical reactions that occurs regularly in the body. Now, hormones, on the other hand, are chemical messengers. That is, they are being sent from a particular place to another place to what? Carry out their functions. And that's the job of a messenger, from one place to another. That is to say, there is a site of production of hormone and there is what? A target organ it's going to meet, is it not? To carry out its function. It can be produced in the brain, but it will act on the kidney. It can be produced, let's say, in the pancreas, but it will be acting on the blood and all that. So that are for what? Hormones. They are chemical messenger. Next differences between enzymes and hormones is that while enzymes act on food substrates, they act on food substrates like your glucose, your amino acids, and the likes, your starch and the rest. That's what enzymes act on, food molecules, or just say food substrates. Whereas hormones act on receptors. Okay, receptors are found in the body, on the organs of cell, on tissue, organs, cells, and all the likes. They are found on those guys. So hormones will act on them to cause a conformational changes. Okay, that is the function of hormone. Enzymes act on food substrates, hormones act on what? Receptors. So with these two key differences, you can be able to what? Differentiate explicitly between hormones and what? Enzyme. Now coming to this other part, we'll be talking about protein metabolism. How protein is being broken down, utilized, transferred, stored in the body. Okay? So without wasting time, let's get started. Now this is a general schematic diagram showing the breaking down process from proteins to the formation of amino acid. So this is the general protein metabolism, should I say, diagram. So here you have protein is first broken down to form peptide. Then after the formation of peptide, peptide is further broken down in the body to form polypeptides. Now this polypeptide is then broken down in the body next to form peptide, because peptides, polypeptides are just, should I say, many peptide molecules being joined together. So they therefore break down to form peptide before finally be broken down to give the final product, which is what? Amino acid. So this is the general schematic diagram for what? Protein metabolism in the body. Now moving on from there, it's important to know the word called deamination. This word is commonly asked for in exam condition. Now it's important to realize that deamination is the breaking down of amino acid, not the breaking down of proteins. This diagram here, or this schematic diagram, is for the breaking down of what? Proteins, but not for what? Amino acid. So if you're asked, Deamination is the breaking down of dash A carbohydrate, B protein, C fatty acid, and D amino acid. The answer is what? Amino acid. Deamination is the breaking down of what? Amino acid, not protein. Next point, the end product or the waste product of protein metabolism, which we just finished studying, is what? Urea. Urea is the waste product that is gotten after protein have been broken down and digested, absorbed, and assimilated in the body. The waste product that will then result is what? Urea. Now we know this, let's quickly take a quick glimpse on what? Amino acid. Let's quickly look at amino acid. Now, first point, amino acids are the building block, or you say the monomer from which what? Proteins are formed. And that is true because if you trace this backward, so the formation of proteins, you will first of all need what? Amino acids. So they are the monomers, or you say they are the structural units of what? Proteins. Now, there are two key types of amino acid. You have the essential and you have the non-essential amino acid. Now, there are striking difference between the essential and the non-essential that warrant the name they are called. Now, the first guy here called essential amino acid, it's so called because it cannot be produced in the body. Okay? Since it cannot be produced in the body therefore what? Needs it. The body therefore needs it. You know, need is different from want. So for this one, because they are not produced in the body, that is essential amino acid, the body needs it. Okay? So the body cannot do without them. And you can only get your essential amino acid from the diet, that's the food you take into your body. Now, the essential amino acid, they are 10. You are seeing them here as abbreviations. PVT team all. That is a suitable mnemonic for remembering your what? Essential amino acid. And what does PVT-TIMHALL stand for? The P here is phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. The V here is valine. All these are amino acids. T here is tryptophan. This other T here is threonine. I here is isoleucine. M here is methionine. H here is histidine. A here is arginine. L here is guanine. And L there is what? Lysine. So these are the key essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on their own and therefore cannot do without them. Then going straight to the non-essential amino acid, these guys are produced in the body. The body can produce them by themselves. Okay, so the body does not really need them from your diet, is it not? So they are a kind of a non-essential amino acid. They are kind of non-essential, is it not? Because the body has mechanism for producing them within the body, so it does not need them necessarily from your diet. So now you know this, let's quickly take a look at the test for proteins. Let's quickly have a quick look on what? Test for proteins. So let's get down to that now. Alright, about now we shall be talking about the test for protein. There are different tests carried out to confirm if a certain food sample is containing what? Proteinous substances. Now the first test is called the Burette test. Burette test. Now, the final color change to confirm that protein is present in that food substances. If the color violet or purple results, it shows that what? Protein is present. But if pink coloration results, it shows that what? That substance is containing what? Peptones. And mind the peptone is a what? A product of the breakdown of what? Proteins. If you remember, from the breakdown of proteins, you have peptones. So if a certain food sample contains peptones, the color change that will result is not going to be violet, but instead it will be what? Pink. I hope that is clarified. Now for the next food test, other proteins, we have millions test. Now millions test is also a test for protein. And the final color change to confirm that that food sample is containing protein is what? Deep red coloration. A deep red coloration. The formation of a deep red coloration shows that what? Protein is present in that food sample. And lastly, we have the xanthoprotic test. Protein. Xanthoprotic test. Now, the final color change for a xanthoprotic test to show that protein is present is either orange or yellow. So if any of these two results, it shows that such food sample is rich in what? Proteins. After now, let's quickly look at protein deficiency. The diseases are result when somebody is what? Deficient of what? Protein. Okay? Now the first disease that result is called kwashiorkor, while the second is what? Marasmus. So these are the two common diseases that result when someone is deficient of protein. And there are slight difference. Kwashiorkor occur in children that are less than 1 year of age, while marasmus occur in children that are, let's say, well above 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Now, children that are suffering from marasmus are often called wizened old men because of their appearances, because of the wrinkles and everything on their face. They are often called what? Wizened old men. So I hope this quick revision on proteins is well understood by you guys. If you do it to let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to share my video with your friends. Thanks for watching. I remain Fizademi. See you in my next video.